Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. Welcome to High Vibrational Kings. This is a channel for people that want to better themselves in life. Shout out to anybody holding on to their energy, breaking bad addictions, and trying to become a better version of themselves. Alright guys, so in today's video, I want to talk about how these women, these modern women, they don't deserve your seed, man. They really don't. Let's talk about it. Guys, if you're a man on retention, then that means that, you have a lot of self-respect for yourself. That is a form of self-respect. But not only that, guys, people that are on retention usually are on self-improvement. They're trying to hit the gym, they're trying to make more money, they're basically trying to better their life. They're trying to get somewhere where they feel better about themselves. Like they're probably not where they want to be in their life. Semen retention is a tool that will help them get there. It's fuel, guys. It's crazy, man. It's literally like your life force energy. It's what makes you masculine. It's your masculine energy. It's everything that helps you accomplish your goals, right? Retention, self-improvement, all these things better yourself. They just create your character. They create who you are, and it just literally transforms your life over time, man. Right? Ever since I discovered retention, my life hasn't been the same. Ever since, man, like straight up, bro. I don't see a lot of things the same anymore. I feel like I am transforming as a person. I look at old pictures, old videos of myself, and it's like unrecognizable who I'm like becoming versus who I was back then. Everything about me was just totally different person. But yeah, man, so the reason why I say that these chicks, man, they don't deserve your seed is because they don't, man. A lot of these women nowadays, I'm not saying all of them, but what it seems to be like in the West, in the Western society, is that they're very promiscuous women, right? We live in this society where it's like overly sexualized. The songs that they be putting out, they're trying to like normalize, having high body counts and, just sleeping around and all this type of energy, right? So the women over here are more like, how do you say it? Like they're more masculine, right? They're more toxic, and the men are basically like giving up their power. They're basically like programming men to always be releasing. They always want men to be releasing to, being on these dating apps because they make it seem cool, right? They make it seem cool through like music videos, like, yeah, I got all these hoes and I just busted a nut and I'm about to go pull up on my in my coupe, and you know what I'm saying? Like there's just stupid like lyrics that they put in your subconscious. So now you're like, guys are out here thinking that they always need to be sleeping around. They're literally like, how do you say, man? They're just so caught up in their lust that they either feel like they need to be watching prawn, be on these sites, or they need to be, sleeping with chicks, guys. There's no in between. They either need to be doing one of those things, right? If they're not, they're missing out, right? They're missing out on who knows what they think. They're always just trying to, they're basically stuck in their lower nature, right? They're stuck in their lower nature, their root of just always wanting to, they're basically like an animal. Like, they don't have that higher intellect in redirecting that energy somewhere else, guys, because they're just stuck in their lower nature. They're at a lower vibration. So their sexual energy, they're just using it just to, you know, just be releasing it, just to be lusting, right? But what I want to talk about, guys, is like when you're on retention, your value goes up as a man. You start seeing everything differently. You start feeling stronger physically, mentally, and spiritually. So with that comes like just so much, guys. With that comes female attraction. Okay, so that's what what I wanted to talk about is that like these females don't even deserve your seed. Like you come to realize that like they really don't, man. Because you see how transforming it is to retain, guys. When you're retaining, you just feel ultimately more powerful as a man versus when you're releasing, you just feel weak, man. You feel like you just lost a part of yourself because you did, man. That seed is just what makes you a part of yourself. Like your body thinks that you just released to create a child, so now you're gonna be all depleted, right? You kind of like sacrifice a little part of yourself in order to bring life into this world, right? But the problem is that people aren't doing it for that sole reason. They're just doing it to release to like these sites or to these Jezebels, these low grade chicks on these dating apps, right? So with that just comes like destruction, man. So when you're a man on retention, you have a new perspective, you have a new awareness of everything. You value like life a lot more. You value yourself a lot more. So you start to like treat your body more as a temple, as what it is, which is like a creation of God itself. We are made in his image. So with that comes like more self-respect, and you're not going to want to give yourself out to anybody at all. Like it's crazy. Like your value goes up, so you come to realize that like a lot of these chicks, they don't even deserve your energy, let alone your time and attention, guys. Like they really don't, bro. Like a lot of these chicks don't have anything going on for themselves. They're just TikTok thought bots, you know, just on social media, just scrolling all day, just looking for validation, for likes. They're not really bringing any value to a man's life. They're actually just draining him out of his time, his energy, and his resources. So as a man on retention, you'll be like, why would I give my resources and my time and my energy over like some short-term pleasure, right? It's not even worth it, man. Like a lot of these dudes, the simps guys, they're just always caught in like pleasure. That's all they care about, is just the pleasure of, you know, pleasure over purpose, basically, guys. They're putting their pleasure before their purpose. They'd rather have that little pleasure and be broke than sacrifice. I wouldn't even call it sacrifices, guys. It's just being on the grind, guys. It's just literally putting your purpose over your pleasure. But a lot of people, a lot of guys can't do that, right? Because they're always stuck in that lower vibration. So they're always seeking pleasure through like alcohol, through releasing through the hub, through dopamine, social media, all these things, guys. And with that never comes growth, mental growth, spiritual growth. It just becomes stagnant. So guys, when you're on retention, you won't want to give yourself out to like these women, even if like you get like the attraction, right? Even if like some chick is giving you like choosing signals, and you have the excuse me, you have the opportunity to like smash or whatever, you're gonna think twice before you do that. Because if you've been retaining, you've, like I said, you feel powerful. You feel like you're finally like going somewhere in life. You know, your life starts to transform, and you don't want to just like give your energy out to all these chicks, because your value is high now. As a man on retention, your value becomes more high, and you start seeing these women for who they are, right? You don't care. I mentioned this before, guys. Like, you don't care about her physical appearance. You care more about what her energy and her mentality is like. You become more logical on retention, because that energy is no longer just stuck at a low vibration of just wanting a release. You become more logical. You become more intelligent. So now you kind of like, it's kind of like you're just seeing like, oh, what is this chick about? Like, why is like, should like, why does this chick deserve like, or like, do I want to give myself out to this person, right? Does she deserve me? Because back then people would have like this mentality is like, to just like sleep around like whenever you get like an opportunity. But that's not even the case, man. Like, it's not even worth it, guys. Because let me tell you right now that this has happened to me before, guys, where I've been. It literally happened as soon as I discovered retention, man. Like, I was almost like 30 days. I was feeling amazing, guys. You know, I was just feeling masculine, like for the first time, guys. Like, I felt like overall way better. I started hanging out with this chick. And then, you know, like I basically like dated her for a month. And then like within that month, I just like kept relapsing, kept releasing, and then I just felt drained. Like at the end of all that happened, like at the end of that whole thing, I just felt like drained and miserable. And she wasn't even worth it at the end, guys, which is crazy. Like you come to realize that it's like it's not even worth it. Like you feel like way happier just doing what you were doing originally, just retaining and just focusing on yourself. Because once you give into like lust and you start hanging out with these chicks and you just start releasing and all this, it just brings destruction into your life, guys. It like really does. Like you feel empty inside of you, just feel miserable. That short-term pleasure isn't worth sacrificing like what you had going on for yourself. Another example that I want to tell you guys is that like one time I was like retaining for like 3 months. I was like 3 months in, right? And this chick from the past, she saw me, like she saw the glow up, right? She saw me like, how do you say, like she just saw me in person after not seeing me in a while. So I made a video on this a while ago, but basically, guys, she tried to come back into my life, like this different chick tried to come back into my life, and I was like 3 months into retention, feeling like just feeling powerful, man, just feeling powerful. And then she was just like talking like all lustful to me, like on text, and she was just like basically like throwing herself out to me like that, and I was just like nonchalant, just like not even in that thirsty simp energy anymore. Like I was like on a totally different type of vibration compared to how I was back then. When I was hanging out with her back then, I was like that, that simp energy. You just wanting to like smash and all this bullshit. Nothing happened back then, but a year later, when I'm like retaining, like 3 months in, I have all this power, and she was like talking all like lustful. I wasn't even phased, I was just like, I saw her for who she was. Like I was like, bro, like it's crazy, bro. Like she had nothing going on for herself. Like she was just like thinking like her looks were enough, and then she was just basically trying to like lure me in, right? She was talking all lustful, and then like I just cut her off, man. I straight up, I just cut her off because she was just like throwing my energy off. And then like I said, like she's not, like a lot of these females, they're not worth it, man. They really aren't. You know, retention turns you into like a king, guys. Like straight up, like it just turns you into a king, and you just start elevating in life. And you're not gonna let any chick just freaking take your power away. You're gonna become stingy with your energy. You're gonna become like thinking more intelligent, guys. You're gonna be like, all right, what does this chick have to offer me other than just her looks, right? If a female isn't bringing any value to your life, then there's literally no reason for you to be hanging out with her. A lot of these females nowadays, they don't have anything to bring except for the V-Box, guys, and except for you know that short-term pleasure, guys. But that's not even worth it in the end. Like if a female, basically, guys, you shouldn't be like just sleeping around for no reason. You should use that power of retention to build yourself up, build your life up. And if you meet a high quality chick that you want to like start a family with, that's a totally different story, man. But to just be releasing to these chicks that don't even care about you, man, it's not worth giving your power away to them. Like it really isn't, because all that work that you put in to retention, to self-improvement, to bettering your life, are you really gonna throw that away over a Jezebel, just a freaking a TikTok thought? Like somebody that doesn't even have anything going on for themselves, that can't even cook an egg. Like you got to think about it like this, guys. Like straight up, man. You are the prize, man. Men on retention, they become the prize. Straight up. They're not seeking that pleasure of how a lot of guys are, man. We're like the top percent, like 1% man that put purpose over pleasure, man. It's like the things that you do right now in your life is going to be a greater reward than to just always be stuck in that lower vibration, that lower nature of just sleeping with chicks and all this crap, guys. Because I know guys that are like that, man, that are just like on dating apps, but they literally have nothing going on for themselves. They're just smashing all these chicks and they think that they're the man, but they ain't no man, man. They ain't no man, man. They ain't no man. Like, they're not men, guys. They're little boys, guys. Basically, like, they're just seeking pleasure, guys, but they're broke, right? They have nothing going on for themselves. They're always stuck in that pleasure. They're not putting their purpose before pleasure. They're putting women on pedestals, and they're just not even valuing themselves as a person. So that's what you're going to attract, guys. You're always putting that negativity. That's what you're going to attract. But retention, man, you just attract abundance. You're filled up with so much positive energy that you just start attracting everything into your reality that you want. You're not going to put up with these females. You're not going to let these females just like manipulate you. Cuz like I said, man, like that, there's been chicks in the past that have asked for my number and all these things like that, but I don't pursue it because I see things differently now, right? I see them like my value has gone up, guys, that I don't associate with any female that comes my way. That's basically what I wanted to say, guys, is that it doesn't matter if you get like these little choosing signals. Do you even like the chick? Like, is her personality even good for you? Like, yeah, you could attract these chicks because they like your glow, they like your charisma that you're getting from retention and self-improvement. But do they actually deserve your seed, guys? Do they actually deserve your time and attention? And a lot of the times it's no, guys. It really isn't. They just want your time and attention because that's like their currency for them. A lot of these chicks. But, that's why you have to be very selective. And it's better to be like alone and on your purpose than to just be like hanging out with any chick that comes your way, right? You have to be very, you have to use your time and your energy more wisely, right? There's no point in just like being on retention, putting in work, getting female attraction, and then just settling down. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, that literally makes no sense. Like, why would you do that to yourself? You're building something up. You're building something up for yourself. There's no point in just settling down with the people or these chicks that just give you choosing signals or ask for your number or just want to hang out because they're just a huge distraction. And a lot of the times they're not going to bring any value to you. They're just going to drain you. Once you're drained, they'll just move on to the next thing, guys. Straight up, man. I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking gems, man. I know it's snowing outside, but I'm bringing the heat. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. Yeah, I'm bringing the heat, guys. Oh shit. Well, this is it. This is out, man. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, pretty much, guys. Is that a lot of these chicks, they don't deserve you on retention, because your value goes up as a man. You don't think the same as you used to. So that's gonna get you far in life, guys, when you're not so easily manipulated by chicks or by lust, guys. A man that controls his sexual energy controls his whole life, guys. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.